Good morning, everybody. Welcome to NSTV and Trent TV Live. Coming up next, it's the panel.
It's just after 11 o'clock and we have all the latest news, sport, lifestyle and entertainment as we cover everything life in Nottingham.
Indeed. Coming up today, it's March and Easter is on its way. And to celebrate, we have some very special guests.
We do.
From Stonebridge City Farm coming into the studio to chat about all things Easter.
Also today, it's been a big month for entertainment with award season sadly coming to its end. Our entertainment correspondent Grace will be back on the sofa later in the show to give us that much needed fashion review. We also have highlights from the unofficial Varsity darts.
And if all of that wasn't enough, Lauren and Harley are back behaving like rabbits around carrots. I mean, can you believe that? In the panel Varsity competition. And Sophia gets all the latest music goss, interviewing ATC Luhrmann. Lots to look forward to. Here's what's coming up today.
But first, let's meet the panel for today. From Trent TV, he likes everything news and sport and he's having a go at entertainment. It's Billy Taylor.
How are you this morning, Billy?
Not bad, thank you. A bit tired, but that's to be expected in the morning.
And that's breakfast television for you.
That is indeed.
And from NSTV, she's the go-to news guru and she always has plenty to say. It's Nikki Vigilance.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
How are you doing?
I'm tired. It's getting to that point in the term now.
Yeah, deadlines.
Getting through.
But first, let's head up to the panel's newsroom where Sophia Montero has all the latest headlines. Good morning, Sophia.
Thank you, Lydia. Good morning. Here are the latest headlines. In breaking news, on the 11th of March, the wait finally came to an end as the results of the student leader elections were announced. Earlier this month, students from the University of Nottingham Students' Union voted in their thousands to choose the new representative leaders for the next academic year, with Ismail Sadruddin winning the position as the new president of the Students' Union.
Ismail Sadruddin received 3,830 votes. Mary McCarthy received 3,316 votes. Therefore, Mary McCarthy was eliminated. And the winner with 4,642 votes overall. And your next SU president is Ismail Sadruddin.
I've never had tears of joy in my life. For the first time, this would not have been possible. Firstly, I would like to thank God, Alhamdulillah, for everything. I would like to thank my family back home in Sri Lanka for all the support and encouragement. I would like to thank my family here in the UK. I would like to thank my campaign team for giving me so much. If one day, when I want to run for the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, I already have my campaign team right here. At this moment, I would like to thank my other competitors, Mary McCarthy, Emma Connor, Janonymous, Dipen Patel, and Jess Salisbury. You guys did a fantastic job and you kept me on my feet from day one before I started.
This election also saw previous voting records broken. The closest race in Students' Union history was won by Abel Hartman, who beat second-time running Scott Jennings for only 6 votes for the community officer position.
In the 4th round of counting, Scott Jennings received 2,276 votes. Abel Hartman received 2,282 votes. Therefore, Scott Jennings was eliminated. And the winner with 3,099 votes, and next year's community officer will be Abel Hartman.
The elections for the new Nottingham Trent student leaders have now opened. So far, over 3,000 votes have been cast by students attending the university, with the voting period closing at 5 p.m. on Friday. Junior doctors have been striking this past week in order to protect against the government's decision to change contracts. Our correspondents, Alexandra Perry and Medina Wakenge, reports.
Hi, I'm Alexandra Perry.
And I'm Medina Wakenge.
And we're here at the QMC Hospital in Nottingham to view the junior doctor strike.
As you can see, it's a very cold, wet morning, but it has received such great support from junior doctors who feel that their voices should be heard. What's been surprising whilst we've been around is that members of the public have simply come to show their support, and people from other unions.
It's not the only strike to happen. There's been 3 others, but this is the biggest ever NHS walkout of junior doctors.
The junior doctors now. Support the junior doctors. Our lives are in their hands. We should care as much about them as they have cared about us.
Junior doctors are striking over new contracts being drawn up by the government to extend their standard working hours from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. to working until 10 p.m. and will take effect in August 2016.
Making up a third of the medical force, a junior doctor is anyone from coming straight out of medical school, going into a hospital for the first time, to someone who has over 10 years of experience.
We spoke to Alice O'Brien, a junior doctor from the QMC.
Well, basically, we're striking because we don't agree with the Health Secretary's proposed changes, and we agree that maybe it would be good to have some more doctors on at the weekend, but with no extra funding, I don't agree with taking doctors away from the week.
There are 55,000 junior doctors in the UK, representing a third of the medical force, and will be forced to work more weekends. New doctors starting their career under these contracts may be worse off than starting under the current one. New contract details being published. Over 1,000 doctors apply to work abroad in order to escape working under the new contract.
As well as working 9-hour days, many junior doctors also have exams to revise for and simply won't get a chance to if they are working until 10 p.m. They are also concerned that they will be too tired to carry out their duties and more accidents will happen.
It takes 14 years to become a doctor, 5 doing a degree, 2 years junior doctor training, 3 GP training and 7 speciality training.
It isn't just doctors coming to support the strike. We spoke to Oliver, a member of the Unite the Union Nottingham, about why he came to support the strike today.
I want to be here today because a junior doctor is such a bloody good job. Every single day of the week, month in, month out, year after year, to make sure that all of us stay healthy, well, and generally, in the best possible health.
They're vitally important, folks. You can't run a society with no doctors. They have to be there. You know what I mean? And it's also important that doctors feel that they're being treated with respect and dignity, like every other profession, really. But that's not happening at the moment with Jeremy Hunt.
With protests still ongoing and more details of the new contract to be announced, it's unclear of the future of the junior doctors. Jeremy Hunt is still set to announce contract renewal for other parts of the NHS, like nurses and ambulance services.
And finally, a new initiative to inform the local community on hate crime has been well received by the students at University of Nottingham. The Stand With Me campaign was created by students as part of the Parliamenters scheme to try and promote understanding of the issue. Campaign representative Ben Carr tells us more.
I am a Parliamentors participant. I'm part of this leadership programme run by the Three Faiths Forum, which is an interfaith charity in London. And we're tasked with creating a social action project in Nottingham. Well, I think there's been a lack of political engagement in recent years. Turnout numbers at general elections and local elections have been so low. I think it's really important to empower local community and young people to really make a change within their community. And I think Parliamentors helps and supports and empowers students to do just that. And one of our objectives of the campaign is to bring together different organisations who are already working on hate crime to produce some collaborative events, and so they can work together as well, because there's a lot of work happening on hate crime in Nottingham, but there isn't really much unity between it. So our campaign tries to bring together these different groups to create some kind of synergy.
That's all the news for this morning. Now let's head back to Lydia and Josh in the studio.
Thank you, Sophia. Still to come this morning, we look forward to the panel Varsity competition where Lauren and Harley will be back for their next instalment. But now we on the panel feel it's important to highlight student issues. Recently, a student wrote into the programme telling us about what his view was an unfortunate incident.
The student parked on the University Park campus all day, paying the required £7 for a day ticket. And as you can see, the ticket was fully displayed.
But the student still received a parking charge notice when he tried to appeal. It was rejected on the grounds that students are not allowed to park their cars on campus until 4:30 p.m. So this got us thinking on the programme. We have to ask these sorts of questions. Are there too many restrictions on students in the city of Nottingham itself? Billy, we'll come to you first. What are your first thoughts on this?
Well, first of all, Nottingham is a student city, first of all. Like, there's a large majority of students here, and they should really be respected more. Like, for example, the parking car fine thing. Students are like the main people who contribute to the economy in Nottingham, so they should be like allowed to kind of like park when they please.
Yeah.
Essentially. And also it's a university car park. There's only really going to be students there, isn't there?
Well, there are a lot of staff members there as well, and there is this
not as much as students though.
Not as much, but still, staff who travel in for work every day, surely should they get priority?
No, not really.
They should have separate car parks.
Yeah,
a student car park
definitely.
and a staff car park. That's what we used to have in college.
Yeah, same here. That's just a bit unusual, isn't it?
Okay. Well, let's go on to our first topic. In the city. First of all, housing restrictions. Now, students have to rent designated students' properties, and they're not actually allowed to rent other properties either. So this could stop them from renting higher quality accommodation. Nikki, do you think that students should be allowed to rent other properties other than assigned student designated properties?
Yeah, I think they should, but however, I do think living in a student area is kind of a little bit better. You don't want to have students living next to families with kids, and you have drunk students out at 3 in the morning when you have a baby next door. I don't really think it's appropriate sometimes, because even me as a student, I've been up at 3 in the morning because there's drunk students outside the house next door. So I think sometimes students should be with other students and rather around sort of family areas, definitely.
Okay, but saying that, there are landlords that do rip students off as well. So do you think this kind of enables them to do so and to take advantage?
Well, what needs to happen, there needs to be something in place where students can really sort of look at their contracts, really know what they're signing in for, and having someone else external there to let them know what the contracts are about, rather than going in and signing it blindly. I personally know I went in blindly because I just loved the house. I didn't think about the contract as much.
Yeah.
So there needs to be something there.
Okay.
Right, so we're going to move on to drinking now. Now, obviously, drinking is a big part of student culture, and we don't condone it at all on the panel. But do you think that it's fair for both of you? Do you think it's fair that police stop students from drinking outside of the student union in that area?
And they're just roaming around the place on a Wednesday night, which is, we don't condone drinking, but we have to accept that it is a part of student culture.
Well, I work at the Students' Union, and the reason that happens is because, if you bring glass outside the union and you're drunk, for example, you can just throw it out and smash everywhere. It's going to cause all sorts of palaver, so it does kind of make sense. It's a difficult one, really, because around that area it is mainly student-orientated. You're going to have lots of students causing all sorts of shenanigans. But I think there does need to be some sort of respect, that you can just have a casual drink outside, like you do in any average pub, for example.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Nicole, what's your view on this?
Well, I think with students sometimes, we kind of feel like we have free rein to do sort of everything we want, rather than thinking about other people that are a little bit maybe older than us and, a bit more mature. I just think there has to be... I think only in Britain will we really get away with sort of drinking in the street and just being a drunk mess in the street.
Well, maybe not get away with it precisely, because there are warnings given, but that is a fair point. We'll move on to our next topic. Student drivers in the city. Now, if any of you know, I'm a driver, and I can tell you that the Nottingham roads, they're more like obstacle courses. You have tram lines, you have speed bumps, you have speed cameras all over the place. Now, there are some roads, such as on parts of Goldsmith Street, where the tram line, you're allowed to drive on it, but then there are others where you're not allowed to drive on the tram line and you get fined for it, and at times it's not very clear. Do you think it's fair to punish students for that, and especially new drivers when they come to some students like me, I live in London, it's a completely new city for them. So Billy, do you think it's fair that the council punishes student drivers, or should there be more leniency?
Depends really, because if you start driving up in Nottingham, for example, if you take your driving lessons there, then you should be like used to all the restrictions that you have there and all the.
But for new drivers like me who aren't used to I'm not used to a tram line in my area, so it's a completely new system.
You should do your research, Josh.
You're right, I should do my research, but it's just not what I'm used to. And the question I'm putting forward is, should the council be more lenient for new student drivers? Nicole?
I think they should. I'm personally learning to drive in Nottingham at the moment. Even though I'm learning to drive there and I have driven there many times, I'm still so confused. It is really, really difficult to drive around Nottingham. So I think there should be some sort of leniency for students, we're not the richest of people at the moment and we do make mistakes, and I think that we should be given some leniency because of it.
Billy, your face said it all then. It's just said it all.
And moving on to buses now. Some buses, they let you have student discount on and some bus routes don't. So do you think that student discount should apply to all buses or all bus routes or certain ones?
It depends how far outside the city they go. I got a bus the other day and he said, we're charging you £3 just to travel from here to here for a single.
Yeah.
But other buses come from within the city charge you a lot less. So I think it's unfair to ask bus drivers who come from let's say outside Beeston, sort of like Leicestershire, sort of get into that sort of area to charge student amounts when it's not really reliant on student culture.
Because I've got a bus before and I've had the student ticket there and then on the way back they've said no. So I wish, I'd like
more
certain
consistency.
Yeah.
Nicole, do you think more consistency is needed when it comes to bus routes?
Definitely, because I've had to go to Hucknall, for example, before, and I don't really know where I'm going, but I've obviously had to pay more, and I've been a bit confused. So I think there needs to be some sort of thing rule that goes throughout sort of where we are, because we can lead to problems if you're in the middle of nowhere and you don't really have the right amount of money or anything. So there should be consistency.
Yeah.
And one final question, both of you: are there too many restrictions for students in the city? Billy, yes or no?
You're gonna have to give me a while to think about that one. And I'll put in a maybe. Is that an acceptable answer?
We can come back to it at the end of the show, Nicole.
I don't think there is. I think there has to be restrictions.
Perfect.
Right, thank you very much. And that's all for our debate this morning. Remember, you can have your say on all of these topics. Just send your messages on Twitter to us at @thepanel_TV, and we may include them later on.
Absolutely, we always love including Twitter messages. Now, still to come this morning, we'll be chatting all things Easter with Stonebridge City Farm.
And also, panellist Billy and sports correspondent Ryan Beat give us all the highlights from the unofficial Varsity darts competition.
But first, Sophia is back, and she always gets the best goss from the music scene here in Nottingham. Here is her chat with ATC Luhrmann.
Are you excited for your hometown gig?
I'm very excited, yeah. Apprehensive as always. Hope that everything goes to plan, but no, I'm really excited to play.
Is it always worse or better kind of playing in your hometown?
Well, better usually, yeah. I don't think I've had a bad show in Notts. Maybe one a while ago. But apart from that, the crowd's always, I'm not going to say when.
Tell me what happened.
No, it was good. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I got family coming, so that always makes me extra nervous, and probably got to watch my swearing a bit more than normal.
Yeah, definitely. I think if my mum saw me swear, I'd be like...
Yeah, there's one song, Ain't the Beat. I don't know if you heard that one.
Yeah.
But I've had to drop that from the sex. My granddad's apparently coming, so I'm like, I can't sing that in front of him.
So I want to speak about your music,
Sure.
State of Mind.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about that? Because it's a bit of a fan favourite. What's the story behind it?
The story behind it is, I guess I wrote it when I was just frustrated about a lot of things. I wasn't really sure what to believe in, I guess, and I really wanted something to believe in. I didn't relate to religion, I didn't relate to stuff that the government was saying, so I was kind of looking for a place and something to believe in, and I guess that's where that song came from. But it's just more of a thought process than a kind of statement. I remember, some people, when I wrote, I didn't want to be too controversial and say everyone that is religious, is an idiot, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not the angle I was going for. It's saying, I find it hard to believe, I feel a bit lost, and kind of put the conversation out there to see what other people kind of think and say.
Cool. What about somebody to love? Have you got someone to love?
I have now, yeah.
You
I
have?
Yeah, I have, yeah. She's a babe. But, yeah.
Did you write about her, or did it happen and then she kind of just
that happened before.
came out of like...
She responded to the song, let's pull it out. No, she, yeah, that was, you know, that's a cheesy kind of concept. So I remember when I said it to my guitarist Ed, I was like, yo, I've got this sick concept. And he's like, yo, bro, that's cheesy. He's like, you know, don't do that. I was like, whatever.
So you're at the Brits?
Yeah, the Brits was mad, man.
Yeah, it looked
That was
mad.
so crazy. Yeah, that was,
Any oh my God moment?
There's a couple of, oh my God, what am I doing? Yeah, like
Are you
embarrassed.
getting your swearing out? Because like Grandad is going to be there tonight, so you're getting it
He
out.
probably won't watch this, I don't know, will he? He doesn't know how to use a computer or anything yet, so he's still like, you know.
So what was an oh my God moment? Who did you meet and think, oh
I don't know if I can say it on camera, they were like pretty embarrassing. I met Mark Ronson, which is pretty nuts.
Saw the photo.
Yeah, that was crazy. Obviously a massive inspiration of mine, and that was, yeah, surreal. I was very drunk, I stumbled over like, man, you're an inspiration, bro, like, you inspired me to do music.
Why are you like Sylvester Stallone right now?
It's when I'm drunk, I do stupid stuff. But no, I just met a bunch of wicked people. And it was just a pleasure to be invited to an event like that, and nice to dress up in a suit. Haven't worn one of them since prom, so it was nice, man. You know you're going to meet people there in the industry that it's almost like a bit of networking in a way as well. So.
Is there anyone you networked with that you think, please work with me? Yeah. I can see your brain wiggling. Go on.
No, not specifically. Like I said, I met a lot of wicked people.
Yeah.
So.
This is when like 2 months it comes out.
I went there as a fan. Do you know what I mean? So it's not when you see some of your artists that you really, you know, respect what they're doing. It's just, you know, you went over and say nice one for what you're doing. So.
Well, I hope you have a great show.
Thank you very much.
And a successful career.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye.
For the past 3 months, A-listers and Hollywood royalty have gathered together in droves to attend award season. From the Grammys to the Oscars, there have been a lot of hits and also quite a few misses on the red carpets.
And here to talk to us about all things trendy, style, but also major mishaps, Grace is here on the sofa. How are you doing, Grace?
I'm very well, thank you. Very excited to be here to talk about all things showbiz and fashion.
Perfect.
I'm so excited to have you here. So let's jump straight into it then. Okay, the first question is, have there been any standout stars on the red carpet?
Absolutely. Lady Gaga has stole the show at every event she attended this year. Just looking absolutely stunning. From the Golden Globes, where she had a Marilyn Monroe-style dress, to the Grammys.
With the Stardust tribute to David Bowie.
A very, very touching tribute. And then recently at the Oscars, and absolutely another great outfit. She's just looked amazing.
That dress jumpsuit with the white, that was just amazing.
Very old Hollywood glamour. It just looked beautiful.
She's really like, not maybe like conform to her style, because she used to be really eccentric and really out there.
You say that, but it's kind of, she's kind of morphed her style into every event that she goes to. On the Grammys, she was this eccentric David Bowie musician, but then at the Golden Globes and the Oscars, she went for the old Hollywood glamour sort of look, and I think that really suited her, and it also gave a lot of variety to her looks. I think we should talk about the awards seasons themselves.
Definitely.
Golden Globes, let's start with the best dressed. Who was your best dressed actress at the Golden Globes?
Definitely, hands down, it would be Brie Larson. She wore a topaz encrusted crystal dress that was hand embroidered by Calvin Klein, and it just looked stunning. And what I loved most about this dress was it was quite daring, because it showed off some of her midriff, so it was quite sexy.
Just a question as well, do you think that the colour really helped accentuated her features as well?
Definitely. The gold, it made her look like the golden girl of the Golden Globes. It was just stunning.
Now, I think it's for the worst dress, right? Let me have a guess at this, what you're going to go. Little Bo Peep lost her chic and went to the Runaway Bride. It has to be Rooney Mara. Please say you've got it.
It is Rooney Mara. She just looked awful. She summed up the phrase rags to riches in her dress, which was a ruffled, messy look. and it wasn't fitting for the glitz and the glamour of the Golden Globes. And it was a nude colour which just did nothing for her skin, and it just washed out her complexion.
And just the whole overall style was messy, not sophisticated at all.
I would agree.
Right. Now, let's move on to the biggest night of the year for music, the Grammy Awards, aka the time where Kanye West has his most high-profile social media rants. Grace, who was your best dressed from this?
Hands down, it would have to be Adriana Grande.
You mean Ariana Grande?
Ariana Grande, that's it. She looked absolutely gorgeous in a red striking dress by Ramona Caveza, and it was just stunning. It had a corset bodice and a fluted skirt, which just showed off that she had curves in all the right places.
Stunning.
There's the button detail as well at the front. There's the button detail.
Really, really beautiful.
Worked really well.
It worked really well. And the worst dressed?
And the worst dress would have to be Tove Lo. Tove Lo had a low point at the Grammys.
Tove Lo is a no-go.
Is a no-go, no. The
I like
Swedish,
that.
That's going to be her new catchphrase now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. The
Well, for
Swedish
fashion
singer,
anyway.
she really got this look wrong. It looked very gothic. Her lace, the lace top would be more appropriate in the bedroom than the ballroom. I mean, the septum ring as well, coupled with very bold eyeshadow that just didn't really go with the dress, just really made the look incomplete, I think.
But like with the septum piercing and her hair as well, I think it suited her because she was going for that gothic look. I agree that I don't think she should have had the lace midriff, but I think if that was covered, it would have really suited her gothic style.
The thing is, I think as well, the Grammys is the time to gain attention, and this is the time where we've seen Lady Gaga show up in an egg. I just don't, I see what she was trying to do, but I just don't think it worked.
No, and I do appreciate a daring look, but I just don't think she looked nice.
Right, let's move on quickly. So now for the biggest night of the year in entertainment, the night where all of Leo's dreams finally came true at long last. What is it, Lids?
It's the Oscars!
Oh, at last, right. Best dressed at the Oscars.
Best dress would be Jennifer Garner. She looked absolutely gorgeous, and it was her first Oscars since her split from Ben Affleck, so I think it was quite an important one for her. And she made every head turn and look in her direction. She wore an asymmetric Versace dress, which had silk draping over one shoulder, and it was backless, which was a very bold and beautiful look. And she coupled this dress with some dangling diamond earrings, which were just stunning and just completed the look perfectly.
And one of the biggest nights of the year for fashion. Who's your most disappointing star?
Yeah, well, I hate to say this because I absolutely love Kate Winslet, but she just did not look good at the Oscars. The dress was very shiny and rubbery, and it just didn't really do anything for her figure. And I think Kate Winslet usually looks gorgeous in just her minimalist, simple look.
This was just too heavy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was just a cringy move away from that.
Right. And one final question, just very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Most inconsistent star on the red carpet this award season, go.
Kate Blanchett, by far. She's often been described as having an art style fashion, but at the BAFTAs and the Golden Globes, she just didn't look good. No, but she did redeem herself, however, at the Oscars in a beautiful pastel blue flowery dress.
Fabulous.
Great, so thank you very much for that, Grace. But now moving on with the show. Next up, we've had the lip sync battle, we've had pumpkin carving, and now we're going to do Easter style. Here's Harley and Lauren back with the panel varsity competition.
Right, here we are for the panel Easter varsity competitions, and we've got 2 challenges today. I'm very excited for both of them.
I'm so excited for this. How do you think you're going to do?
Well, so we've got Chubby Bunny to start off with. I mean, I love just putting marshmallows in my mouth and just keeping them there for as long as I can. So I think this is going to be great.
And then we're going to be seeing who can eat their Easter egg the fastest in pure Easter spirit.
And I have literally, my sweet tooth is like that big. It can't even fit in my mouth. I have to remove it.
Honestly, if I could live on chocolate, I would. It's my thing.
Well, I think I have a better chance here. Chocolate is my game. Chocolate is my name.
I am the Easter Bunny today, so this is my thing. It's my week again, I think.
No, you give the chocolate to kids, and then I'm the kid that eats it.
No, you're not the kid that eats it. I'm going to eat the chocolate first.
No,
I'm going to
eat it. I'm going to win.
No, you're not.
Oh, Mr. Easter Bunny, give me chocolate because I'm going to beat you this time.
Should I go first, since I'm going to win anyway?
First the worst, second best.
Not quite. Chubby Bunny.
Oh, you got really deep in there, didn't you?
Got really in there.
Chubby Bunny.
Chubby Bunny.
You do that tactic on just one side, okay. I got double.
I'm not hiding it.
Chubby Bunny.
Chubby Bunny.
Chubby Bunny.
Chubby Bunny.
I've only just begun, Lauren. Chubby Bunny. Are you done? Oh, she's done. She's out. Oh, 4? Oh, come on. I'm just gonna go for a 5th. Chubby Bunny. Chubby Bunny. Let's get all of them. You lost.
Just a reminder in case you forgot, I've won every time so far. This is just like you're catching
But in true Trent fashion, we forget the past and we focus on what's happened just now, which was you losing.
Well, in true UN fashion, I'm going to have a massive comeback next time.
Okay. Well, if there's no time, I would suggest you drop out, my friend.
I suggest you should drop out from your pointless degree.
I suggest that you just. Wow. I don't really know what to say to that.
Exactly. I'm sorry.
Welcome back. So now on to our favourite time of the episode. It's time for the lifestyle spot. And we are joined in the studio now by Ashley from Stonebridge City Farm and another very special guest this morning. What's her name?
She's actually unnamed.
What? Okay, should we name her live in the episode? Panel exclusive.
Yeah.
What was her mum's name?
Her mum's name's Toffee.
Okay, I think we should call her Treacle. What do you think of Treacle?
Yeah, Treacle works.
Treacle works. Hello, little Treacle. She's just...
She's gorgeous.
She is gorgeous. So tell us a bit about the farm in general. What do you guys kind of do on a day-to-day basis at the farm?
Well, because we're a charity-run farm, and we work alongside a lot of people with learning disabilities, mentally and physically. So on a day-to-day basis in the barn, they'll be like mucking out, taking out the animals, feeding and watering them. Just basic general animal husbandry, really.
Yeah. And what kind of other animals do you have on the farm then?
We've got rabbits, guinea pigs, we've got terrapins, we've got redfoot tortoise, we've got turkeys, we've got lots of chickens, we've got 4 Muscovy ducks, we've got goats, cows, sheep, ponies. Yeah, we've got quite a few.
So it's quite a full, but it's quite a full barn.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what are you guys, obviously Easter's a very special time of the year for farmyard animals. What are you guys doing on the run up to Easter?
We've got a event called Easter Extravaganza.
I like the pun.
Where there'll be animal handling, so there'll be chick and baby bunny cuddling. We've got some baby bunnies at the minute.
Similar to now, with the cuddling?
A little bit smaller than her.
Oh.
They were born the other day.
So they'll be ready for the actual Easter holidays.
Yeah.
And that's on the 25th to the 28th of March, and then the 4th to the 15th of April. In April, the first 2 weeks, we'll also have baby lambs, where people can come down and do lamb feeding with them. So they can feed them a bottle of milk. So we do charge a bit for that, though.
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
Does the farm see an increased demand for your product over the Easter time period because of these lovely animals?
Yeah, a lot of people are wanting baby rabbits for Easter presents. A couple of years back, I had somebody come up and ask me if I could sell them a baby rabbit so they could put it in an Easter bonnet to give to their children as an Easter gift.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. So, what's your what's your main target audience? Would you say at your at the farm?
We're wanting to attract more public. So we're attracting kids, so families. We're also we're also trying to gain more volunteers as well at Stonebridge.
Oh, lovely.
So.
Yeah.
So tell me a bit more about the bunnies themselves, because obviously there's kind of an urban myth about that they always like to eat carrots. What do you feed the bunnies at the farm, and what do they really like to eat? Also, Lyd, can I have a hug?
I was going to say,
I'm very jealous right now.
Pass. Come on,
they
Treacle.
do like to eat a lot of carrots.
You gotta.
They do like a lot of carrots, yes.
Yeah.
We also feed them curly kale, cabbage. We don't feed them lettuce.
Oh, how come?
Lettuce they've got something in lettuce that can affect rabbits and make them poorly.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Oh, so there are a lot of carrots.
I didn't know that.
Do rabbits eat paper? Because there's kind of like a misunderstanding.
Paper?
I've
Do you
heard...
mean like when they...
Yeah, munch at boxes.
Munch their bed or something.
And munch, yeah. I've kind of... You see in those American sitcoms how rabbits kind of chew through cardboard boxes and then a whole misunderstanding occurs. Have there ever been any misunderstandings on the farm at all?
No. There's been misunderstandings with the goats.
Oh, what's happened there?
Eaten the paper bags out of the kids' hands that are feeding them.
Gosh.
That's interesting to see the kids scream and think that the goat's going to die from it, but they don't. It just comes straight back out. They're fine.
That's all right then.
Right. I think we should model cam little Treacle.
I think we should.
Oh, isn't she just the most adorable looking bunny? The perfect Easter gift. Is she for sale at all?
Yes, she is. She's for sale.
Oh,
I want to buy her.
I want to buy her a little house pet, Lyd.
Yeah.
Or a little panel pet.
Little panel pet. Oh, how old is she?
She is coming up to about 12 weeks now.
Oh, so she's... I was going to say she's only a baby. That's
She's
quite young.
still a little baby, yeah.
Oh.
She's adorable.
She's so soft.
I absolutely love it. Everyone's telling us in their ear, move on, but we are just loving this bunny so much.
Don't want to let Treacle go.
No,
we are going to have to wrap it up there. So thank you very much for coming on,
problem.
Ashley.
Can we just have another shot on Treacle because she's just so adorable? Oh, I just love her so much. Oh, I just love her so much.
So coming up next, here's Billy and Ryan with all the action from the unofficial Varsity Darts.
Darts, full of entertainment, fancy dress, and great crowds. Ryan Beak and Billy Taylor were at this year's Varsity Darts.
How's it going, guys? This is, of course, the 2016 Darts Varsity, held very early this year. Trent lost it last year. We're hoping that they're going to make a win this time around.
Also as well, they're sitting second in the league at the moment, but in the Super League a couple of weeks ago they lost 2-1. Fingers crossed they can turn it right round and win at least 4 matches, because that's what it is, best out of 7.
Best out of 7, just like Ryan said. Now Ryan, I'd like your opinion on this one. Who's going to win, and try not to be biased?
In all honesty, I've been with the darts team most of the year, I've been with them most of the year, and I can honestly say I'm predicting a 5-2 at the least.
5-2 at the least, that is very ambitious indeed. Well, you'll be hearing a lot more from us later, but for now, enjoy the darts?
Right, I'm now here with Jez, our SU president. Are you excited for tonight?
I am very excited for tonight. Last year I came to watch and we lost by a very narrow margin, so I'm hoping that we can beat Uni of this year.
Stimpson started well and got the Trent lads off to a great start, especially with this high finish. A 3-0 win on straight legs was the ideal start that Trent wanted, giving them the first point of the night. Match of the night saw Phil Stott and Jack Allen of Trent take on Uni Of's Ben Clark and Dan Gott. This was another match that went down to the final leg, which saw some great shots from both Uni Of and Trent players. With tensions high, it was Jack that hit the winning shot, sending Trent 2 points clear going into the fifth match. The fifth match of the night saw Uni Of's Cam Waters take on Trent alumni Curtis Reeves. With the score standing at 3-1, Cam had to make up some points somehow. Even though Cam tried his best, there was no way of slowing Curtis down, winning all 3 legs in this year's Varsity Darts competition.
This, guys, this is the thing that we've all been waiting for. This is the trophy.
For Varsity this year, but don't forget NSTV and Trent TV do not just collaborate on the panel.
No, we don't. Indeed, we will be live from the Motorpoint Arena on the 22nd of April for Varsity Basketball and on the 5th of May for the much anticipated ice hockey match. There is so much to look forward to.
I know, but we are starting to run out of time for today. So guys, have you enjoyed being on the show?
Had such a good time. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much. It's interesting to not be over there in the gallery and to be here on the sofa.
Yeah, Mr. Station Manager of Trent TV. Now, we actually have some comments from today's debate. Alex says, I very much agree with Nicole. You've got a fan there. Yeah. And then Joe says, Billy's very laid back, relaxed, and I totally agree with his opinion. So we have agreements from the viewers all around, and we also have another comment as well from Alice saying, I had a house bunny last year. I don't have one this year, but I'm tempted to come back and do a master's just so I can get a house bunny. Isn't that just
motivation
adorable thing? Thank you. We're glad we motivated you. But one more thing before the end of the show. I have a very special announcement. Ooh. The next show will be in the summer, and unfortunately will be both mine and Lydia's last ever show.
I can't believe how quickly it's gone round.
This season has gone so quickly, but we thought that we should go out with a little bit of a bang. So I will be getting my back waxed live on air for charity.
Oh no, Josh.
The charity, I know, everyone is, I can imagine jaws dropping at the screen at this announcement, but The charity that I'm fundraising for is a very personal charity to mine and my family's hearts. It's called High Cancer Care. And if you would like to donate, I've set up a Just Giving page. So all profits, all money, well, I wouldn't say profits because it's a charitable fundraiser, but every single penny will go directly to the charity. To donate, you can go to www.justgiving.com/panel-backwax. Any donations would be absolutely amazing. It's such an amazing charity, so thank you in advance for anything you donate.
And thank you all for watching once again. We'll be live again in the summer for everything student, news, sport, lifestyle and entertainment. And now it's time for that tradition. So everyone, pick up your mugs. It's bye from us and have a good morning.